two people want you at the same time. My child, let me begin from here, because this is how Archangel Michael speaks when he wants you to truly listen. My child, breathe slowly, because what I am about to tell you is not just a story, not just a script, it is a mirror of your own heart. And I want you to hear every word. You know, when two people want you at the same time, the world outside thinks this is exciting, romantic, dramatic. But inside your heart, it is heavy. It is confusing. It is loud. It is silent. It is everything together. And today, I will take you into that feeling, that situation, that storm. And I will show you what Archangel Michael wants you to understand, wants you to recognize, and wants you to choose. Before we go deeper, tell me in the comments, have you ever felt torn between two people, two choices, two emotions at the same time? Just write yes or a no, and keep listening. My child, imagine this. You are standing in a room. Not a physical room, but a room built from your memories, your fears, your hopes, your desires. The floor is made of your past. The walls are painted with your dreams. And at the center, there is you. Just you. Just your heartbeat. The world outside can't see this room, but Archangel Michael can. And he stands behind you, his light touching your back gently, not forcing you, but guiding you. In this room, two doors open at the same time. Two people walk in. And both of them want you. Not for your looks. Not for your body. Not for your success. But for your presence. For your energy. For your heart. And suddenly, you realize the weight of being wanted. Not being used. Not being needed temporarily. But being wanted deeply. And now the question rises like a slow-burning fire. What do you do when two hearts are calling your name? My child, I know you think you must choose quickly. You think you must run to one door before the other closes. You think you must break one heart to protect the other. You think you must hold yourself responsible for everything. But Archangel Michael places his hand on your shoulder and whispers something you never expected. My child, you do not choose between people. You choose between energies. Let that sink in. Because sometimes two people want you, but only one person understands you. Sometimes two people love your presence, but only one person respects your absence. Sometimes two people say they want you, but only one knows how to hold your soul. If you're still here, type "I'm listening" in the comments. I want to see who is walking with me right now. Now, my child, look at the first person standing in front of you. They look confident. They look certain. They look like they know what they want. They step a little closer, and you feel something familiar. Maybe history. Maybe comfort. Maybe chemistry. Maybe a pull you can't explain. They speak, and their voice carries memories. Moments you survived, moments you shared, moments you thought would last forever. But look deeper. Behind their eyes, do you see peace, or do you see chaos? Do you see future, or do you see past? Do you see stability, or do you see desire disguised as love? Archangel Michael leans closer and says softly, "My child, Some people want you, not because they love you, but because they cannot imagine losing the version of you that made them feel strong. Now turn to the second person. They stand quietly. Not rushing. Not pushing. Not demanding. Their energy is calm. Their presence feels new, but grounding. They don't try to impress you. They don't try to claim you. They simply exist, with sincerity stitched into their silence. They don't have your history, but they hold the potential for a future you can actually breathe inside. Their eyes do not ask, "Will you choose me?" Their eyes ask, "Will you choose yourself with me?" My child, this is where your heart starts to beat unevenly. Because part of you wants comfort, part of you wants growth. Part of you wants the familiar fire, part of you wants the unfamiliar peace. Part of you wants to stay where you know the map, part of you wants to walk where you can finally evolve. And this is the moment most people break. But you will not break. Because Archangel Michael is here. He raises his sword. Not to fight the people in front of you, but to slice through the illusions inside you. And he says, "My child, the real question is not who wants you. The real question is, who aligns with your soul now?" Sit with that. Let that settle in your chest. Because the truth is, being wanted by two people is not the blessing you think it is. It is a test. A spiritual crossroad. A hard exam from the universe. A test not about love, but about clarity. You think this is a love triangle, but it is not. It is a lesson. A lesson about how far you have come. A lesson about who you are becoming. A lesson about whether you choose the person who matches your wounds. Or the person who matches your healing. My child, tell me in the comments. Do you want love that hurts, or love that heals? Because that answer will shape everything. Now, listen closely. I want you to imagine both people stepping closer. Not attacking you. Not fighting. Just moving forward with their truths. The first one says, "I want you because you complete something in me." The second one says, "I want you because I honor who you already are." Feel the difference. One wants to fill their emptiness with you. One wants to grow with you. One wants to keep you where things used to be. One wants to walk with you toward who you are becoming. One wants the past version of you. One wants the evolving version of you. Archangel Michael lifts his sword again, and the room glows a little brighter. He says, "My child, you already know the answer. Your confusion is not confusion. It is hesitation to admit the truth your soul already whispered. Your heart knows who drains you. Your heart knows who calms you. Your heart knows who is attachment. Your heart knows who is alignment. And yet, you hesitate. You hesitate because you fear hurting someone. You fear choosing wrong. You fear losing comfort. You fear stepping into the unknown. But Michael says, truth does not hurt people. Attachments do. My child, no matter whom you choose, someone will feel pain. But pain is temporary. Misalignment is permanent. Now listen, this part is important. Do not choose the person who wants you the most. Choose the person whose presence brings out the most truth in you. Do not choose the person who chases you. Choose the person who understands you. Do not choose the person who gives you butterflies. Choose the person who gives you peace. Because butterflies die. But peace lives. My child, take a breath. Because now the room becomes quiet. Still. Balanced. The two people wait. They are not the villains of your story. They are simply mirrors of two paths. And Michael finally says, "My child, step forward. Not toward a person. Toward the energy that feels like home." And you do. You take one small step. But that single step carries years of healing, years of growth, years of truth you were once afraid to face. The person meant for you feels your step, and they soften. The person not meant for you feels your step, and they release. Because your soul's clarity is stronger than anyone's expectations. And the room shifts. The doors close. The light changes. You stand now, not between two people, but within yourself. My child, when you took that step, when you moved toward the energy that felt like home, you thought everything would immediately become easy. You thought the confusion would leave your body in one single exhale. But that is not how the heart works. The heart does not follow shortcuts. It follows truth. And the truth often unfolds slowly, like dawn. So now, let me take you deeper into the moment after your step. The room is quiet. The two people stand before you. But something has changed. Not in them. In you. For the first time, you aren't looking at them with fear. You're looking at them with clarity. And now, my child, your story continues. The first person steps back slightly, their eyes searching you. They feel the shift. They feel the distance, not physical distance, but emotional honesty. They don't say it, but they know something inside you has changed. They know you see through the patterns now. They know you are not the same version of yourself they used to rely on. My child, sometimes people don't want you because they love you. Sometimes they want you because you help them avoid their own loneliness. Sometimes they want you because your presence is the bandage on a wound they refuse to heal themselves. Archangel Michael places his hand gently on your back and says, "My child, do not mistake emotional dependency for love. Let that echo inside you." Now the second person moves forward. Slowly. Respectfully. Not claiming you, not demanding you, not forcing a connection. They come with openness, not expectation. They come with awareness, not attachment. They come with presence, not pressure. And this time, you notice something you didn't notice before. Their energy does not pull you. Their energy does not push you. Their energy simply stands with you. My child, in love, the right person does not create storms in your heart. The right person creates space. Now, I want you to answer this in the comments right now to keep your heart awake. Do you want love that creates chaos, or love that creates space? Archangel Michael's wings unfold a little more, and the room glows brighter. He speaks again. My child, when two people want you at the same time, it is not a battle between them. It is a battle between your past self and your future self. The first person represents who you used to be. Your patterns, your fears, your comfort, your old lessons. The second person represents who you are becoming. Your healing, your growth, your boundaries, your truth. And you. You are standing in the space between these two versions of yourself. That is why the choice feels heavy. That is why your chest feels tight. That is why your mind keeps spinning possibilities. That is why your heart keeps whispering contradictions. Because this is not a love triangle. It is a transformation. My child, listen carefully. When the universe puts two people in front of you at the same time, it is never an accident. One comes to test you. One comes to teach you. One comes to show your wounds. One comes to show your worth. But the most important thing is this. The universe wants to see if you finally choose yourself. Now let me show you what happens next. You turn your face toward the first person. You look into their eyes. And for the first time, you see the truth without excuses. You see the late-night chaos. You see the inconsistency. You see the emotional highs and lows. You see the way they kept returning when they felt lonely, not when they felt ready. You see the cycle you kept repeating, hoping for a different ending. And deep inside, something soft but strong whispers. This is not love. This is attachment. Archangel Michael steps closer and says, "My child, attachment feels like intensity. But intensity is not intimacy." Now you turn toward the second person. Their energy feels different. Not dramatic, stable. Not loud, steady. Not demanding, inviting. And inside you, another whisper rises. This feels unfamiliar, but safe. My child, unfamiliar is not danger. Unfamiliar is healing trying to enter your life for the first time. If you are still with me, type "I'm here" in the comments. I want to see who is truly walking this journey. Now something powerful happens. Archangel Michael lifts his sword of truth. He touches it gently to the floor. The room begins to shift, not physically, but vibrationally. Your memories start floating around you. Moments of heartbreak, moments of confusion, moments of emotional exhaustion, moments you stayed longer than you should have, moments you gave more than you received, moments you silenced your own voice just to keep someone else. And then you hear Michael say, "My child. The person meant for you will not require you to shrink." You close your eyes. You feel the weight of all those memories. And then, you release them. One by one. Breath by breath. Truth by truth. And something inside your chest opens like a door that has been locked for years. A door to your own worth. Your own peace. Your own clarity. Your own inner knowing. Now the room becomes silent again. The two people are still there. But now the choice is not between them. The choice is between who you were and who you are ready to become. When two people want you at the same time, the confusion can feel endless. You might think the loudest voice, the most dramatic gesture, or the one who has history with you should automatically win. But my child, Archangel Michael whispers the truth that the world will rarely tell you. It is not about who wants you more. It is about who fits your soul now. Now imagine this: the room where you stand has shifted. Light pours in through invisible windows, illuminating every corner of your heart. The first person, representing your past, begins to speak. They are persuasive. They speak in memories, in familiar phrases, in moments that once made you feel safe. They remind you of your shared history, your laughter, your tears, your nights spent together. And yet, even as they speak, something in you trembles. It is not excitement. It is not joy. It is hesitation. And hesitation is truth trying to surface. Archangel Michael leans close and says, "My child, what your heart hesitates about is what it knows to be unaligned. And here's the thing, my child, your heart is never wrong. It is always trying to guide you, but fear sometimes wears a mask that looks like love." Now the second person, representing your growth, steps forward. Their presence is different. Quiet. Calm. Not demanding attention. Not reminding you of what was, but showing you what can be. Their energy does not press. Their energy does not push. Their energy invites you to a higher version of yourself, a version that feels respected, seen, and safe. This is where your soul starts to recognize a pattern. The first person, familiar, tempting, but anchored in what has already happened. The second person, unfamiliar, nurturing, but anchored in what can truly happen. Your child. I need you to hear this. The first person can teach you comfort. The second person can teach you freedom. Comfort is temporary. Freedom is lasting. Before we go deeper, pause for a moment and type in the comments. Do you feel comfort or freedom calling you? Now, your heart begins to feel the pull of both directions. Your mind tries to intervene, but what if I choose wrong? What if I lose something I can't get back? And your mind, my child, is very persuasive. But Archangel Michael leans forward, his wings brushing your shoulders, and he says, "My child, choosing truth is never wrong. Fear of loss is never a reason to stay in misalignment. Listen closely. When you are caught between two people, your heart is testing your boundaries. Your soul is asking, will you finally choose yourself? And here's the secret, it is not selfish to choose yourself. It is the most selfless act you can do because only when you are aligned can you bring genuine love to someone else. Now picture this moment, the room grows warmer. The light shifts to gold. The first person begins to step closer again, trying to pull you back into familiarity, into their orbit. Their words are tempting. They remind you of who you used to be, of promises made, of nights you felt safe. But your heart begins to tremble differently now. Not with fear, but with recognition. Recognition that safety does not always equal alignment. The second person stays silent, patient. No pleading. No drama. Just presence. And your heart begins to feel a quiet longing. A longing not for what you have had, but for what you deserve. Archangel Michael's voice echoes. My child, attachment makes noise. Alignment whispers. Choose the whisper. This is the moment most people fail. Most people choose the louder voice, the one that tugs at their nostalgia, the one that promises temporary highs. But you, my child, are learning a different language, the language of soul clarity. And now, a lesson I want you to feel deep in your chest. The first person, though familiar, cannot grow with you. Their patterns are anchored in the past. Their love is tied to what they expect from you, not who you are becoming. The second person, though new, resonates with your evolution. Their energy does not demand. Their love does not bind. It lifts. It aligns. My child, look around. Feel the space. Notice the shift in energy when you are truly honest. You realize that the power was never in them. It was always in you. The choice was never really theirs to make. It was yours. And now, your heart begins to understand. Being wanted by two people is not a blessing. It is a test. A test of courage. A test of self-worth. A test of clarity. Before I continue, tell me in the comments. Do you feel ready to choose yourself? Now imagine Archangel Michael raising his sword, not as a weapon, but as a tool of illumination. It slices through confusion, through guilt, through attachment. And suddenly, the room brightens. You see everything clearly. The first person's love is conditional, tied to familiarity. The second person's love is unconditional, tied to truth. Your heart, your intuition, your soul, begin to align with the second path. And it feels different, peaceful, expansive, right. My child, the real challenge now begins. Choosing yourself when it is hardest. Choosing alignment over attachment. Choosing truth over comfort. And this is why part 3 is so critical. It is where you stand in the fire of your own awakening. Where you realize that no matter how much people want you, no one can define your worth except you. Archangel Michael leans closer and whispers. My child, the person meant for you will never make you feel like a question. They will make you feel like a home. A home you have always carried inside yourself. Breathe that in. Let it resonate. Let your chest expand. Let your soul remember what alignment feels like. My child. Before we move to part 4, take a moment and type in the comments. Do you feel the home inside yourself? This is the point where your heart starts to open fully. Where the choice is no longer between two people, but between past attachment and future alignment. My child. Take a long, slow breath. Let the air fill your chest fully, and exhale gently. Archangel Michael is still behind you, his wings brushing softly against your shoulders, reminding you that you are never alone in this journey. Part 4 is where your courage transforms into action, and your clarity becomes undeniable. My child, when two people want you at the same time, it can feel like your heart is caught in a storm. Waves of emotion crash, tides of fear rise, and winds of uncertainty blow in every direction. But here, now, Archangel Michael wants you to understand something essential. Storms do not break you. They reveal your strength. Look at the room again. Both people are there, waiting. The first person, the one tied to your past, still tries to reach you. Their energy is familiar, yes, but heavy. Their love is loud, demanding, and conditional. You remember the comfort, the history, the moments that made your heart feel safe. And yet, the truth rises inside you like a flame: this is not your alignment. Archangel Michael places his hand on your shoulder and whispers, "My child, letting go is not betrayal. It is liberation. It is not cruelty. It is clarity."